Hey again. We talked in the previous video how to design layout and we understand everything. Now let me connect this layout with the code. We said every XML file there is a Kotlin file managed. So if you see this Kotlin file, he called this XML file well r layout.main activity. If I just click command or control and button, he will take me to this one, like control and mouse. So now I want to connect this layout with the code. You know what I want. I want to read from this one, show it in this one, when someone click on this button. So first of all, I need to fire event when someone click on this button. There is two ways to fire event. Either listen to the button on a click or doing the way of XML. So let me go with the first way, with the listen. So with the listen, if I just select this one, the button, I see this is my button. Let me give it name. I name it BU get age. Okay, this is my ID. Okay, enter, he give it ID. Now if I just show you the XML and just show preview, select the button, you will see this button have an ID, name it BU get age. So to get access to it, you know what we do. Just go to the code in the main activity. Why we write the code in the main activity? Because this code will be fired when someone run the application. So he will define something. I will define my events. So if you remember, I have this button. So I just say dot set on a click listener. I'm listening for someone. Then I click space. I click O. Make sure capital O. So he show you this one. Click enter. He will import everything. So here you write your code for operation. Okay. Here I write my code. So this one will be fired when someone click on the button. To make sure, let me show you a message before doing anything. So to show a message, I use the word to ask. To ask is something used to show a message. Then click dot make text. He take three parameter. One of them the context. The context mean the current activity. You get it in two way. Either writing this to get it, but here you cannot use this because you are in the something named listening, or use get application content. You use get application context if you are in the method listening, like this one. If you are outside the listening, you could use this. The second parameter, your message, like you write button is click it. Okay. The third parameter, for how long you want to show your message. I say to ask. Make sure you write to ask in capital. Then say long or short. I want to show it for a long time. Then you could click like, let me just remove this one. You could say dot show. Okay. When you show dot show, then you click enter and you click run get application context, not application context, get application context. Okay. Here we go. So what we mean by this one? This one will get fired when someone click the button. We know that because we are listening on the button, on this button event. So when someone click on the button, I listen. So what I want to do, first of all, I want to get something from this one. What is the ID for it? Let me give it name ET. When you have edit text, give it name ET like DOB. So DOB. Then enter. You want to rename it CS, so he will rename it in every place and rename it in the XML. Make sure to do that one because I added constraint. I want to read the data. I use var user dob equal. I get this one dot get text. There is no get text here. There is text dot to string. Why to string? Because I need to get from here. To make sure this one is string getting, make sure add colon string. Just avoid any problem. You know this one I'm just reading it, so it's not good to use var. It's better to use var because I'm just reading. If you want to read right, you use var. If you're just reading, I just use variable to read this one, you use val. Okay, I get the data birth. Now the data birth now in string if you see it, but we will change it later. What I need more, I need the current year, so I say val year. How to get the current year? You now use calendar. Okay, then if I click enter, you would see he import something here. Import Java util star. Make sure to click enter so he would be able to import this one. If you just write it down like without enter, you write just in this way, you just write calendar, he will not able to understand what you are saying. So it's better to say C then calendar until he show you. So calendar until he show you this one selected. Click enter so he would able to import what you need. Okay, that's great. I want to get instance, then dot get. This will bring me the current year in the phone. You know how we did it before. So you say here calendar dot year. Okay, make sure this one is integer, because I need to avoid, why I define it here, because I need to avoid any problem. So now I have current year, I have user date of birth, I need your age. Now I find your age. So val my age is equal the current year minus the user date of birth. It doesn't work because user date of birth now is string, so it is better to say dots what to init, because I need to convert it to integer. Now that's great. Now I have user my year, the year current year minus user date of birth. He gave me my age. Now I have my age. I want to show my age in this one. So yes, go give it name. Same it text view show age. Okay, click enter. So he will. Don't ask me again during this session. So he will do it yes by automatically. So I change it. So he will change all the constraint also. Now I have my age, so I want to show it. I say, hey, text show dot set text. If you see, this one will take string. This one, you have to pass the data as string. If you add just integer, you will get a problem. So show it as a string. Show it like your age is, then give it this one. So now you just concatenate integer with string. The result will be string. Now if you just run it, to see if we are able to do our first application to find my age. So let me see in seconds. And this is the basic scenario. So when you want to listen, how you get the data from the field, how you send the data back, and yeah, this is all what you need. So wait for a second and let me see how he do this process for us. And yes, enter date of birth. Let me say 1990. Then click get age. He say your age 27. That's great. If I just deleted 2000, get age. He say your age. Oh, 2000 is too much. Like I just went more than 200,000. Your age is 17. So yes, this is how to do it. So now you understand basically how I get a button, how to do listen for that button even, and I'm done. But I don't encourage you to use this way of listening to a button event. So think about all your code will go inside this on a crate, and this on a crate will be too much big. So the better way use this scenario. You have this button, you go to the event, name it on a click, you give an event name it bu a click event click event. Okay. Now I have on a click. That's mean when someone clicks this button, fire this event. But if you go to the code, we don't see event in that name. So you have to implement that event. How to implement it? You have to write protect. Then you have to write define. You have to implement method event, this event. But this event gets specific input. You have to mention that input. The input is a view, and the view is subset of views, like instance of a view. Click enter, so he would import also a view for you. So this method will get called when someone click on this one. Why? Because I say, hey, this one is connected with this event on a click. If you see it also on the code, you say, hey, this one, if you select the button, on a click event. That's mean, hey, this one is connected with this event. If I just click Control Go, he will go here. So see, you have to write in this way. Protect func your function name. Whatever you define, you give it func the function name. Then a view, this one, and you add your code. If you will represent your button, you will see it next in the game, how to read this view. If you represent your button. So now, yes, I have everything. So it's better to take this code and move it under this one. Okay. And this one I highlighted. You maybe need to use it later on. So I just highlight it for you. So if you want to use it, so I don't encourage you to use this one unless you need it. So now see, I separate the console, so all the button will goes around. But now if you just run the same result, there is no change, and but your code is like more professional. So let's use for a second and see if he is able to run the code. If he is, that's great. We done our first application, and we will go next for our second application, which is tic-tac-toe game. If not, we'll fix that problem, then we'll go. So let me say 1 990. Hit get age. He say you are 27. That's great. So here we done. Thank you much for watching and see you next.